Hello YouTube, this is RSC Tuff and I'm going to be responding to MonteCristo's Bring More Diverse Content to r/Overwatch Change.org petition. I'm a big fan of arguments. I like when an argument is structured correctly, and more importantly, I like to understand an argument and hope that I can teach people how to understand arguments as well. Let's take a look at what MonteCristo is saying and really get into it. Dear moderators of r/Overwatch, not community, not coming to us first, the 770,000 people who visit that sub, rather going straight to the moderators. We'd like to start by thanking you, PR Talk, PR Talk, PR. Many of us began our time in the Overwatch community on your subreddit, laughing at gifs of ridiculous plays and excited about whatever. You are admitting in this sentence that this is a good subreddit for beginners. It's a good place to be an introduction to this type of content and to this community. However, these types of posts quickly grew tiresome and meaningless as similar, repetitive content devoured the front page. So when you stopped being inexperienced and you started to get into the game, you no longer found the opening content, the introductory content, to be interesting. That's perfectly fair. It's almost like you should go to another subreddit. By our calculations, over the past few months, average of 22 out of 25 posts will be GIFs, memes, jokes, Easter egg suggestions. MonteCristo is probably too politically correct to put in shitpost, which is another good way of summing up probably all 22 of these posts. We believe this stifles in-depth discussion about the game itself, the competitive scene, and high-effort content that takes longer than 15 seconds to reach. This is the crux of why I'm making this video and why it's so important to understand arguments. This has created a giant red herring of what is actually the debate here on the r/Overwatch in response to this. People are arguing about whether or not these shit posts getting to the front page are actually good for in-depth discussion about the game. What less people are discussing is whether or not in-depth discussion about the game itself is actually important and should actually be the goal of the subreddit. Some people might argue that people interested in more specific subjects should check out r/competitive Overwatch, Overwatch University, Overwatch, various other. We argue that these subs should be maintained purely dedicated to their given topics, but should serve as a deeper dive on a diverse field of content. It's kind of like MonteCristo is looking at these other subreddits as being top-level information, like the expert stuff, and he wants to see the r/Overwatch, the main one, go from being introductory level, shit posts having fun, kind of move up in its own tier. You have enough pull, MonteCristo, to get a new subreddit made and popular immediately. I could make a new fucking subreddit right now. No one's going to go to it because no one cares about me. You, MonteCristo, make a post on Reddit and it creates an avalanche of controversy and people discussing it and everything. You should just make the new subreddit that you're asking for. Leave Overwatch as the r/Overwatch as the cesspool of memes and GIFs and the other things that you find stale. 770,000 people like that kind of content. Leave these other ones up here as the high-level, super specific content, and make your own r/MonteCristo subreddit. It can peacefully coexist with the others, and you have enough pull to get it popular very, very quickly. By no means do we request that you eradicate the current style of Overwatch. I hate this type of argument. You're basically saying, hey, the changes I'm suggesting aren't that big of a deal. That's not a strong argument. The point is you're requesting changes, and that's what I'm evaluating here. We love Overwatch, and we want to show new players and community members the many facets of the title we adore. I love this we. So it's we, the 1,400 subscribers, supporters. So it's basically MonteCristo, 150 or so pro players, and then whatever cucks went ahead and signed this petition in agreement with them. The we here is 1,400 people, and you're trying to change a subreddit of 770,000 people. Once again, I conclude, MonteCristo, that the type of subreddit that you, as part of this we, would like to see apparently doesn't exist, and I say that you should just make that instead of going to the moderators, using your pull as pro commentator, pro players to get our community changed. You should just go make your own thing. And then probably my favorite part at the end here is members of the competitive community. Remember, Overwatch is not a strictly competitive game. This competitive community, represents a very small portion of the people who play the game. We look forward to assisting you in making r/Overwatch more representative of the people's diverse interests. So the upvote system is not representative of the people's interests? Create a compelling home for players to find fresh content and ideas and if this is not accomplished by the current r/Overwatch or by any other sub, MonteCristo, make your own subreddit and leave ours alone. Well, that's my 2 cents. This is RSC Tuff. Thanks for listening.